Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. It's not every day we see a potential blockbuster trade on the horizon, especially involving a player as impactful as Myles Garrett. And if recent rumors turn out to be true, this could be one of the most significant moves in recent NFL history, dramatically reshaping the NFC North and boosting the Packers' chances of getting back to the Super Bowl. Now I know what many of you are thinking. Garrett, isn't he a Cleveland Brown? Yes, he is. But the buzz around the league suggests that Cleveland's front office might be open to parting ways with their star pass rusher, and Green Bay could be the perfect landing spot. So what's the story? Well, sources indicate that the Browns, who are currently stuck in a rebuild after a disappointing 2025 season where they finished 4-13 and allowed an alarming 31 points per game on defense, are considering trading Garrett. Cleveland's management is reportedly eyeing a first-round pick in the 2026 draft along with a third-rounder in 2027 in exchange for Garrett. The move not only frees up cap space, around $18 million, it also signals a shift in their rebuilding strategy. Cleveland's focusing on accumulating draft capital to accelerate their rebuild, similar to what the Bengals did with Higgins last year. With a cap hit of about $12 million in 2026, according to SpotTrack, and pressing needs on the secondary and interior offensive line, trading Garrett might make strategic sense for them right now. But for Green Bay, this isn't just about acquiring a superstar. It's about transforming their defense into a dominant force, something that's been missing since their Super Bowl winning days. Garrett, 30 years old, has been a wrecking ball on the edge since entering the league in 2017. And even with some injury setbacks, like an ankle sprain in 2025 that caused him to miss 2 games, he still managed to rack up 15 sacks, which was second in the NFL last season. That's elite production, especially considering the challenges he faced. His stats are staggering: 48 tackles, 28 QB hits, and a PFF grade of 93. 2, which led all edge rushers. His pass rush win rate of 29% is practically unheard of. That's elite, a level few can match. When you look at his EPA per snap of -0. 16, it's clear that Garrett is a game changer, capable of turning the tide in critical moments. Throughout his career, Garrett has accumulated 110 sacks, 328 tackles, and 18 forced fumbles. He's a former Defensive Player of the Year 2023, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and his impact on the field is undeniable. His presence would immediately elevate the Packers' pass rush, which in 2023 struggled to generate consistent pressure. Pairing him with Rashan Gary, who posted an impressive PFF grade of 87.6 last season, could create one of the most formidable duos in the league. This tandem alone could push Green Bay's total sacks from around 41 to nearly 50, transforming their defense into a nightmare for quarterbacks. Now, let's dig into the potential impact of such a move. Green Bay's defense last season ranked around 22nd in points allowed, a figure that must improve if they hope to contend seriously in the NFC. Garrett's addition could be the catalyst to push that number into the top 6, especially with his ability to generate pressure and force turnovers. If you look at his past impact, especially in close games, Garrett has a knack for turning the tide. His pressure rate of 102 pressures and 68% double-team rate in 2025 show how teams are constantly trying to neutralize him, yet he still finds ways to be disruptive. His presence on the line would create more opportunities for the Packers' secondary, allowing cornerbacks and safeties to be more aggressive. Furthermore, adding Garrett could have a ripple effect, boosting the entire defensive unit. His ability to stop the run, averaging 3.6 yards per carry allowed last season, and generate turnovers, +2 per game, could improve Green Bay's overall efficiency. With a defense that's been average at best, Garrett's arrival might be the missing piece to turn the Packers into a top-tier, playoff-caliber unit. Imagine a scenario where Garrett's pressure and sack numbers increase by 20%, pushing the team from 41 to 49 sacks, which would be a huge boost. It's not hard to see how this would elevate the team's overall performance, especially considering their need for a consistent pass rush. And then there's the playoff picture. Green Bay's odds to win the Super Bowl, which were around plus 1,500 before, could skyrocket to plus 700 with the addition of Garrett, according to FanDuel's latest odds. The reasoning is simple. A dominant pass rush is one of the most critical factors in playoff success. Remember the Broncos in 2015 with Von Miller. Their pass rush was a key factor in their Super Bowl victory, and Garrett at his peak could bring that kind of impact to Green Bay. His ability to generate pressure, 28 more QB hits than the current edge rushers on the roster, would not only improve the defense but also take pressure off the Packers' offense, led by Jordan Love, who showed impressive flashes last season with a PFF grade of 85. For speaking of Love, the Packers are in a unique position. With him stepping into the starting role after Aaron Rodgers' departure, the team has been building around him, adding weapons and improving their offensive line. But without a reliable pass rush, their offense can only do so much. Garrett would change that. His presence would allow Green Bay to be more aggressive on defense, creating mismatches and forcing teams into uncomfortable situations. The combination of Garrett and Gary could turn into a nightmare for opposing offenses, especially in the NFC North, which features tough defenses and potent offenses. Now, some might question the cost. The Browns' offer of a first-rounder in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027 isn't insignificant, but given Garrett's age and his proven production, it's a move that could pay huge dividends. Plus, the Packers have some cap space, with around $7 million after restructured contracts, mainly if they decide to cut or restructure players like Jordan Love, who's on the roster but could be restructured to create further cap room. This flexibility makes the trade feasible, and the Packers' front office has shown willingness to make bold moves when the opportunity arises. In the grand scheme, acquiring Garrett wouldn't just be about adding a star. It's about signaling that Green Bay is serious about returning to title contention. His leadership and presence on the field would motivate the entire defense, and his ability to perform in the postseason, highlighted by his 2023 DPOY award, makes him an ideal candidate to help the Packers make a deep playoff run. Imagine him wreaking havoc in December and January, helping the Packers close out games and set the tone in critical moments. The NFC is loaded, but with Garrett, Green Bay could establish themselves as one of the league's most feared teams. Looking ahead, this move could also have a long-lasting impact on the franchise's legacy. The Packers have always been about building through the draft and smart trades, and bringing in a player like Garrett echoes that tradition of making bold, strategic decisions for the future. His addition could be the cornerstone of a new era, one where Green Bay's defense is not just good, but elite, capable of carrying the team through tough playoff battles and possibly leading them back to the promised land. In conclusion, this potential trade is more than just a headline. It's a statement. It's about the Packers signaling their intent to contend now and for years to come, using a proven game-changer on the edge to elevate the entire team. Garrett's impact could be felt immediately, boosting sacks, turnovers, and overall defensive efficiency. It's a move that would galvanize the fan base, energize the team, and put the NFC on notice. As the offseason unfolds, all eyes will be on Green Bay and Cleveland to see if this blockbuster becomes a reality. And if it does, it might just be the move that pushes the Packers back into Super Bowl contention, echoing the successful trades of the past that have defined legacies and forged dynasties. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think acquiring Garrett would put the Packers over the top? How do you see him fitting into the defense and helping the team compete for another Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.